What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Task Force Z, issue number 7. This one's written by Matthew Rosenberg with art by several other people. And this one is the continuation of the whole Lazarus Resin storyline with Task Force Z, the whole like undead Suicide Squad people. A lot of this also takes place after that whole War for Earth 3 crossover. So if you want to know more information about that as to why like Amanda Waller is kind of absent at that point, you can check out my channel. I'm actually kind of forgetting a lot that happens in that crossover. That's the thing with Task Force Z. It started out kind of somewhat interesting. I do think it's kind of a stupid idea to have like undead zombie Suicide Squad. And then, like I said, I knew exactly what it would do. It would lead to some sort of like chaos where everyone's kind of screwed over, and that's exactly what's happening here. So it's continued stuff. The Lazarus Resin, everyone's kind of after the stuff. But there's a problem when you have an undead group of zombie Suicide Squad members and you run out of Lazarus Resin. You're kind of screwed over. So that's kind of the issue, what's going on in this thing. Also, I do got to check out Jurassic League because like that just looks awesome. So the issue opens up with Jason Todd having like flashbacks or whatever, like a nightmarish dream sequence. He's fighting off various enemies, including Ra's al Ghul and all that. Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon kind of show up in his thing. He has hallucinations and nightmares. This is side effects of the Lazarus Resin stuff. Also, look at this outfit. Like, what kind of a crime fighting outfit is that? He is literally, it's just him in his briefs. That's pretty much it, nothing else. And like his top thing doesn't like cover it all. He might as well just be like wearing nothing at that point. So like, I mean, which, just speaking of, he wears nothing in the next scene because, like I said, this book has had several instances where Jason Todd is naked and flashing his dick around to everyone else. So, I mean, if for all the people out there who want to see that, you got this covered in here. But anyways, so he's there at Two-Face. They're trying to recruit more members to Task Force Z, including Copperhead. Things go wrong with KG Beast and all that. Mr. Freeze has his own thing going on where he steals some Lazarus Resin, or actually the last of the Lazarus Resin that they need to kind of bring some of their people back and kind of have their own little control and influence over. Bane's in there. We have Solomon Grundy. Two-Face and Jason are kind of working on their own thing. Mr. Bloom is there running his weird experiments, including like man-bat, man-baby thing. So there's that going on there at the Powers Institute. Jason goes to try and bring in Victor Zsasz at one point. He goes toe-to-toe with him. He takes off a lot of his stuff so he can fight him like hand-to-hand. He fights with his crowbars, which I still like. Jason using the crowbars as his weapons. I'm not a huge fan of it. I wish he would just go back to using the guns because I feel like this is like, at least guns are quick. Well, as the Joker would say in The Dark Knight, knives you can savor every little moment. People in the end tell you who they really are. So Jason brutalizing people with crowbars, since he's still killing people, like, I mean, that's what he's doing. I just wish he'd go back to the guns. I don't like the crowbar thing. The gun thing is way cooler, especially since he's still killing people. Why not just use the guns again? Like, that was a trademark of Red Hood. I mean, if he's just not going to kill, then I can understand it. But using the crowbars, like, really? I still don't like it. So anyways, things get kind of screwy. Two-Face goes there to go to the CEO. Is like, okay, look it. I know you have that Lazarus Resin stuff. Give me that stuff. Otherwise, I'm going to send my whole little army of undead soldiers after you. He's like, ha. So it's kind of like a game of chicken. But then Two-Face comes back to find that pretty much his entire crew is taken down. And they're kind of shit out of luck. And they just need some Lazarus Resin. And Jason's like, I do know where we can get some spare stuff. He's like, but he's not going to be giving it to me. I know he won't, and that's because it is in the hands of Batman. So there's this issue in a nutshell. Two-Face just like, what the fuck are we gonna do? And Jason's just like, I don't know, we just gotta kind of find a way. But yeah, so pretty much Task Force Z is just kind of taken down. I also want to point out that between this and like Joker, like we still don't know what's going on with like the two Banes, because like, why is this a real Bane or is this a fake one? Hopefully we do find out by next month, because that's supposed to be the last issue of the James Tynion Joker book, which I will cover in a video right after this one. I'm trying to record like a couple videos back to back to back, and then by that point I'll be done and all caught up with my comic book reviews. So this issue in a nutshell, the art, like I said, there's some Jason Todd butt shots, so if you're interested in that, you got that there. I still don't know why, like, even in his hallucinations, like, he's wearing, like, his briefs like that. Like, I kind of found that a little bit laughable in terms of his costume. The story of Task Force Z, it's all right. I'm not really, like, fully, like, excited every time a new issue comes out of Task Force Z. It had, like, an interesting premise to start, but now it's just got to the point where I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not too into it. Like, I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's just the concept alone. Maybe there's a few things I kind of have gripes with, but I don't know, like, I feel like the whole Lazarus Resin thing, it's like, it's kind of getting a bit overdone at this point, because, like, characters that can stay, like, there's no meaning, there's no consequences. Everyone could just keep getting brought back over and over and over again with the Lazarus Resin within the story. So I'm just like, oh, they'll just be back again. Like, death has no meaning anymore. And that's kind of an overall issue with the DC universe. So I'm hoping that we can kind of get rid of the Lazarus Pit and Resin stuff at a certain point. But I guess that's kind of the whole thing of this thing. They're trying to, like, you know, death doesn't have any meaning for it. Now that they have the Lazarus Resin, otherwise people coming to turn into zombies and stuff. So yeah, like I said, thoughts on the issue, I think it's all right. I do think the next issue does sound a little bit more interesting, knowing that Jason left some Lazarus Resin within the care of Batman, and the fact that they're kind of down now, so like the stakes are raised a little bit. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But anyways, like I said, I'm not fully recommending Task Force Z. I'm just not really loving the story overall. But if you're interested in it, if you like it, if you want some Jason Todd butt shots, then this is the comic for you, because he's been naked quite a bit in it. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, I mean, that's the big takeaway from these issues. So but anyways, that's all I have to say about Task Force Z number 7. It's just something. So all right, well, yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications. Be sure to come back next time. I'm going to be covering Joker and then Detective Comics, and then I'll be all caught up with my comic reviews in time for tomorrow, which will have a lot of issues coming out. And then tomorrow's going to be a very busy day in terms of videos. I'm going to try and pump out a lot. And yeah, so all right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.